Selena here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to be using China Glaze. I'm starting off with a base coat. I have already prepped my nails. I'm just going to dust them off, and I am going to use some Young Nail Swipe and make sure there's no dust left on them. So I'm just going to give them a little wipe off here. Make sure there's no dust bunnies left behind. So we are using a long coffin, just to let you know, as you can see. I just figured we always use gel polish, so I thought I'd give regular polish a go. Now I do use a bit of gel near the end. I will say that. So this is China Glaze. This one is called Liquid Leather. This is their black one. Liquid Leather. This is a really good black, by the way. It has great coverage. I believe I do 3 nails in this color. 2 or 3, something like that. This second one here resembles more of a burnt orange. This is called A Good Mandarin Is Hard to Find. This is actually O.P.I, not China Glaze. This is O.P.I. And this I do on 2 nails. When I first got this color, actually, funny story, when I first saw it, I instantly had to get it. I didn't even look at the price or anything. I just grabbed it, had to. I had a car at the time that was that color, and I had to get a nail polish that resembled the same color as my car at the time. This was many years ago. But anyway, yep, that's my story. So this one here is the pinky. I'm doing foil on this one. And I use the Varnail foil glue. And I finally found one that works really well for me. Normally I have to do foil over and over and over. As you know, if you've seen my other videos where I've used foil, not this one. This one worked really well, and I only cured it for 30 seconds. And here I'm putting the foil on. I didn't put any color on the base first because this was already a black foil with silver bones on it, skull and bones. So I just figured I'd just go with that alone. I mean, a little bit later on I do go back with a little bit of black polish. And I do fix up some spots, but you don't even really notice. See how that foil's lifting already? That was amazing. Love that stuff. Look at that. That was awesome. Love that foil glue. I highly recommend it. And that's the Varnail foil glue. Pretty sure you can get that on Amazon because they sell their stuff on Amazon. I got it in a package that I won. So this is where I was talking about, I went in with a little bit of the black coloring, the black polish, and I just tidied up a little bit of spots. And I just used a liner brush, as you can see. So moving along, we are going to move on to the thumb. I believe this is. So this next color here by China Glaze is called Ruby Pumps. I absolutely love this color. I use it every Christmas. Ruby Pumps by China Glaze. And I'm going to start doing some blood drips. I'm going to start by doing some drops around the top part of the nail, up by the cuticle, just a little bit down from it. And then I'll draw the lines and then fill in the top. Here I'm going to use my liner brush to do the lines and the top part. And I was forgetting myself because I was using regular polish, not thinking that, you know, it's going to dry. So I need to keep my eye out for that, and I completely forgot. So I just added a bit more. I was never that great at doing blood splatters and lines. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think when it's done. I thought it was okay. I always had a hard time with it. Oh look, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Don't forget guys, and share the video. Let's try to get to 500 by Christmas. That's not far off. Halloween's just coming around the corner. The little kitties will be out in all their costumes looking cute. The house we're in, the first year we were here, we only had 4 kids. 4. It was unbelievable. We were expecting a huge amount because this whole neighborhood is full of kids. There's a school right around the corner, just at the end of the street, and we had 4 kids. And we were ready for the apocalypse. Seriously. However, each year we ended up with a little more and more. So, here's to hoping we're going to get into the double digits this year. Fingers are crossed. What are your guys' plans for Halloween? Did you go out? Are you going out? Anybody go to a party? Or anybody go out with their kids? I know a lot of people have kids. Halloween used to be my favorite time of year, my favorite holiday. Absolutely loved it. Obsessed with horror movies. Now I don't really have a favorite holiday. I guess as I got older, just kind of wore off a bit. So here I'm going to add a couple of stickers. I'm adding a little eye. Thought about doing this after I'd already done the blood dripping. So I added the eye, and then I also decided to add another sticker. So I wanted to make sure that was on okay. And this one here, I decided to add a vampire mouth. Now I cut the sticker so it was just half. That way we just do half a face. There we go. Make sure that's on okay without taking any polish off. So, moving on, I took out some glue gel to put a charm on this nail. I have a spider charm, silver, with red stones in it. We are going to put some on there, and then we're going to put that onto the nail. Now once I get this right, I'm going to flash cure just to keep it from moving, and I'll do a full cure afterwards. And that way I can get it over to the lamp without anything falling off. Here's where I'm using gel. I'm using Snowy Mist from Model 1s. And yes, you can use gel on top of regular polish as long as you know it is 100% dry. So just make sure your polish is completely dry. So I use this to draw a ghost, paint on a ghost for this nail. Not gonna lie, I kind of like how this little guy turned out. And I put a couple of charms on this nail too. So I forgot to push record, and I did the eyes. So here I'm using the black again, liquid leather, and we are going to do the mouth. And this is actually the third time I've tried doing the mouth. I'm after doing it twice and taking it off. Third time's the charm. Here we go. So moving on to the other black nail. This one I'm going to put a sticker on. We're going to go with some bones. And this one's a doozy. This was quite funny. I even laughed at myself. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Oh. Got stuck. So much for that sticker. That was hilarious. I was like, come on. Seriously? Second try. Round 2. Note to self. Do not pick stickers up with gloves. So, needless to say, these stickers are really good. Don't remember where I got them from, but they were pretty sticky. They weren't going anywhere. So here, the charms I'm putting on are a couple of bats. I think I just show you one, and then I move along. But I do put 2 of them on there. I guess it's the bats that the ghost is afraid of. Who knows? Okay. Now moving on to the next orange one. So this I'm going to start drawing a pumpkin with my nail art pen. So I started here with the eyes. I started off small and then I thought, no, I'm gonna go bigger. And I went 3 times the size. Just you wait and see what I did. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys. Yeah, this is where I decided to go bigger. Now we'll do the mouth, which turns out really weird looking. Just wait and see how this turns out in the end. I thought it was kind of odd looking. Although it is Halloween, so I just left it. Nothing wrong with odd and weird, especially at Halloween. Now after doing that, I went back and did some other stuff to the mouth. Yep, see there? I brought the teeth down really far. I did. And I'm going to use some ruby pumps, and I'm going to add some blood around the mouth. So here I decided to add some yellow around the eyes to make it look as though the eyes were glowing. Oh, I didn't think this looked too bad. Now in this situation, what I could have done a gel top coat before I started doing the face. Then I could have went back and taken anything off or fixed anything, because that mouth is looking a little wonky. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. So I'm using the Model 1's glossy top coat, and I'm going over all of the nails. I'm giving them a generous top coat. You don't want to do too many strokes over the polish, because it'll cause it to get wet again and start coming off. Now on the thumb, where I did the vampire mouth, I did add some blood drops on that as well. You'll see at the end. Let gravity do its work. Turn it upside down. Now I also do go over the nail charms, except the stones that were on the pinky. I did not go over the stones. And this was to keep them from turning color or tarnishing or anything. So, oh, look at that. It's a notification bell. Do you guys hear that? I hear it. Loud and clear. So here I'm going to do a nail charm hanging from the nail. I'm going to do it on the bone one, as you can see. I have a skull and crossbones I'm going to put on it. So what I did was I used a black ring in the nail, and then I doubled it up by using a silver ring on the skull and crossbones. That way it wasn't too bad of a contrast from the nail and the ring. Try to blend it in a little bit. And I had a heck of a time trying to get this on. I tried over and over and over and over like a broken record. And yes, I cut most of that out, so don't worry, you don't have to sit through it. Okay, I cut all of it out. There you go. So I'm going to add some stones. I'm going to add them at the end of the blood drips here. I'll do 2 at a time. Hope you're enjoying the video, guys. Again, give it a like. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the set. Is there anything you would do differently? Probably a lot that you would do differently. There we go. So we've got the thumbnail done. Flash cure. So this is where I check to see how it looks on the pumpkin. And it fell off. And look how ridiculous that looks. Is it a pumpkin or is it a clown? I don't know, because I still went ahead and put it on. I don't know why I did that. It looked absolutely ridiculous. That nail, I don't know. I just wasn't impressed with it. So this one here I thought was still kind of dull on the top nail. So I decided to add another sticker saying Boo. And here we go. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!